Hi again and welcome to How to Housewife or House Husband. Today we are going to make brownies. Traditionally, brownies are not a huge part of Australian culture, so not a lot of people I know have made them before. They normally just get me to make them. So here we go. This is the ingredients list for a big batch. I'm making these for a community event, but I normally make a batch this size and freeze some for later. You could easily halve the recipe and get about 15 to 20 brownies. I'll halve the recipe and stick that at the end. So first we're going to melt the butter. So we've got 500 grams in a saucepan on medium heat. You may need to change the heat if it's melting too slow, or if it's going to start boiling, then turn it down. I adjusted the heat a few times during this. Now, because this is a video, I'll speed it up. And most of the butter is melted now. So we can start adding the caster sugar. So there's the first bit. So it's 3 cups all up, and I just stir it after adding each bit. So see as it just dissolves, and then you add the next bit. If you're thinking 3 cups of sugar is a lot, well then you're right. This is not a healthy snack. And here we are with the last bits. Just keep stirring that over the heat until the sugar is more like syrupy consistency. Just like that. Okay, so now we can add the cocoa powder. It's still very hot, so the ingredients will dissolve in while we're stirring. So it was 1.5 cups of cocoa powder. So just keep stirring until all of the powder has been dissolved. Still a few bits. And I'm just going to get the vanilla essence ready, and we'll add that next. So about a tablespoon. I'm a bit of an estimator when I cook, but you don't really taste a lot of vanilla through all the sugar and cocoa powder. It's more of a hint of flavour that we're going for. So now we're going to let the mixture cool for about 20 minutes before we add any more ingredients. This is the most important part of the process, otherwise you will have cooked egg throughout your brownies. Not nice. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes and I'm just going to touch test this and see if it's cool enough to add the eggs. So that's quite good. It's warm, but not enough to cook them, especially if you stir them in quick enough. This is the time where you want to preheat your oven to 180 degrees. And that will start preheating while we add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm setting up a bowl, and I'll just move it so you can see. And I'm going to crack half the eggs at a time. So I'm just cracking them on the side. Sorry, you can't quite see that. So I'm cracking them on the side of the bowl and just dropping them in. And I'm going to do 4 eggs now, and then we'll mix them in and add the other 4. All right, there we go. So let's add them in. Fix that up. All right, so normally add with one hand while I'm stirring with the other and get them through it. All right, so stir it all until combined, and I'm really quickly going to add the next 4. Super quick. Whoa, this is exhausting. Okay. Whew. Now, let's add the flour. So we have a cup of plain flour in the sieve, and I'll add the 1/2 cup to it as well. Once again, estimating that was 1/2 of a full cup. That way I don't have to wash the 1/2 cup. Little tip there for you. All right, so I'm putting it through a sifter. To be honest, I don't always. This is just that you guys can see an easy way to sift flour if you want to add sifted flour. I find that with this kind of lumps together anyway, so I don't usually worry about it. And we've got a bit of a snowstorm happening. Okay, so we've added the 1.5 and we'll add 1 more cup. And I've also added a teaspoon of baking powder in. So we'll give that a stir. Last cup. Do it super, super fast. Yeah. This is the last of the ingredients now. So once this is all combined, we're ready to pour into a baking tray. I line my baking tray with baking paper. It's something that I just always use and I find that it works quite well, but you can use anything that you like to grease your pans with. So don't worry too much about the flour that's falling off just from the rim of the saucepan. We'll mix that in a moment. So I'm just scraping the bottom, trying to get as much as I can out and into the mixture. There we go. And we're going to grab the wooden spoon and just move the mixture around to get those little bits in. So now we're going to put it in the oven for about 25 minutes. Depending on your oven, it may cook faster or slower, so just check on it regularly. Alright, so it's been 25 minutes for me, and here we are. So this is exactly how you want it cooked. You can see how you've got the little cracks that have started to form around the edges, and the top of it is smooth. Now wait for it to cool before cutting it, and then you're good to go. So thank you for watching. This has been How to Housewife, and here is a list of half ingredients. Good luck, and feel free to comment below and let me know how you went. Thank you.